welcome to the material session of Pulses Career Point. This is a video for the students of class 12 on Unit 8. The name of the unit is Organic Compounds Containing Carbonyl Carbon. This is the first chapter of the unit, that is Aldehydes and Ketones, and fifth video of this chapter, covering the topics: the preparation of aldehyde and ketone from Grignard reagent and from Geminal dihalide. यह पूर्वर प्रिपेरेसन को नहीं आम तीनोटी वीडियो करिछु। एटा होचे प्रिपेरेसन बाबद रे चतुर्थ वीडियो, प्रिपेरेसन of aldehyde and ketone from Grignard reagent and Geminal dihalide. Now let us come for the first preparation of aldehyde and ketone from Grignard reagent. How aldehyde is prepared from Grignard reagent? By different methods, aldehyde is prepared from Grignard reagent by reaction with alkyl formate. Whenever alkyl formate reacts with Grignard reagent, that what happens? In alkyl formate, the double bonded oxygen is partially negative due to its more electronegativity, and the carbonyl carbon is partially positive. In case of Grignard reagent, the alkyl magnesium halide, alkyl is partially negative and magnesium is partially positive. Thus, an additional product or adduct is formed, which on molecular rearrangement gives us aldehyde and alkoxy magnesium halide. So, in statement, what we have to write down: when alkyl formate is treated with Grignard reagent, then an additional product or adduct is formed, which on molecular rearrangement gives corresponding aldehyde. Noted below, the aldehyde thus formed depends on the alkyl group of the Grignard reagent, but not on the ester. आमे alkyl formate पाखरे क्यों alkyl एलिमेंट आमे मिथाइल formate, इथाइल formate, प्रोपाइल formate जे कोनसे नहीं पारू, किंतु यदि मिथाइल मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड नहीं छु ताने एसिटाल्डिहाइड बा इथेनॉल ही दबो, यदि इथाइल मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड नहीं छु ताले प्रोपानॉल दबो, एंड सो अर्थात जो aldehyde फॉर्मेशन हबो सी Grignard reagent पाखरे थिबा alkyl ग्रुप ऊपर डिपेंड करिवो, but not on the alkyl group on alkyl formate. Now, for example, let आज अगर हमें C3 नबा ताले प्रथम कंपाउंड alkyl formate जगह मिथाइल formate हबो एवं मिथाइल मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड मिसिला परे एडक्ट ये दबो, which in molecular arrangement gives us acetaldehyde and methoxy magnesium chloride. In statement, what you have to write down: when methyl formate is treated with methyl magnesium chloride, that is Grignard reagent, then an additional product or adduct is formed, which on molecular rearrangement gives acetaldehyde. Similarly, in place of methyl magnesium chloride, we can take also the ethyl magnesium chloride. आमे मिथाइल मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड जतन होतले एस्टाल्डेहाइड पाउतले बा इथेनॉल पाउतले, एबे प्रोपेनॉल्डेहाइड बा प्रोपानॉल पाइबा। हम नोटेड बिलो हमें डिस्कशन करी गलु जे aldehyde फॉर्मेशन अब से डिपेंड करिवो नेचर ऑफ अल्काइल ग्रुप्स ऑफ द Grignard reagent. सो जतले मिथाइल फॉर्मेट रिएक्शन करिवो इथाइल मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड सहित से हम कोटे एडक्ट बा एडिशनल प्रोडक्ट ये दबो, व्हिच ऑन मोलेकुलर रीअरेंजमेंट गिव्स अस propionaldehyde or propanol and methoxy magnesium chloride. Thus, in statement we have to write down: when methyl formate is treated with ethyl magnesium chloride, that is Grignard reagent, then an additional product or adduct is formed, which in molecular rearrangement gives propionaldehyde or propanol. Now, how aldehyde is prepared from Grignard reagent? By reaction with HCN. Whenever HCN adds with Grignard reagent, then what happens? In case of HCN, the nitrogen is partially negative and the carbon is partially positive due to more electronegativity of nitrogen. In case of Grignard reagent, magnesium is partially positive, alkyl is partially negative. Thus, an additional product or adduct is formed. The adduct thus formed on hydrolysis in the presence of an acid gives corresponding aldehyde. So in statement we have to write down when Grignard's reagent adds with HCN, then an adduct is formed which on hydrolysis in the presence of an acid gives corresponding aldehyde. Let us come for example. Let us take C3 in place of R. So whenever hydrogen cyanide adds with methyl magnesium chloride, then the partially positive charge methyl group attached to carbon and the negative charge MgCl, positively charged MgCl attached to nitrogen and the negatively charged methyl group attached to carbon, and will get adduct which on acidic hydrolysis gives acetaldehyde and amino magnesium chloride. যেহেতু আমি ক্লোরিন নেইছো বাই মিস্টেকলি এটা হাইলাইট লেখা হয়েছে, that should be collected amino magnesium chloride. When methyl magnesium chloride, that is Grignard's reagent, adds with HCN, then an adduct is formed which on hydrolysis in the presence of an acid gives acetaldehyde. Now let us come for the preparation of aldehyde from Grignard's preparation of ketone from Grignard's reagent. আমি aldehyde by দুইটা কথা পড়িলু, how aldehyde is prepared from Grignard's reagent by using alkyl formate, again by using hydrogen cyanide. Now I think how ketone is obtained from Grignard's reagent by reaction with ester. Whenever ester reacts with Grignard's reagent, then what happens? Similarly, here the oxygen is partially negative and carbon is partially positive. Alkyl group is negative and magnesium is positive. Thus, an adduct is formed whenever ester adds with Grignard's reagent, which on molecular rearrangement gives us ketone. So, in statement we have to write down when ester, that is alkyl is treated with the Grignard's reagent, that is alkyl magnesium halide, then an additional product or adduct is formed, which on molecular rearrangement gives corresponding ketone. Let us come for example. Here the ketone form depends on the alkyl group of both Grignard's reagent and ester, but in case of aldehyde, it only depends upon the alkyl group of Grignard's reagent. Now let us come for example. Let us take C3 in place of R. Then we will get in the name of the ether is methyl ethanoate, or in common name we can also write down methyl acetate. Whenever it adds with methyl magnesium chloride, then an adduct is formed, which on molecular rearrangement gives acetone and methoxy magnesium chloride. In statement we have to write down when methyl ethanoate is treated with methyl magnesium chloride, that is Grignard's reagent, then an additional product is formed, which on molecular rearrangement gives acetone. Now, how is ketone prepared from Grignard's reagent? By using alkyl cyanide. In case of aldehyde, we will take HCN, but here alkyl cyanide is taken. Whenever alkyl cyanide adds with Grignard's reagent, then in the same way an adduct is formed, and which on hydrolysis in the presence of an acid gives ketone and amino magnesium halide. Let us come for the description. When Grignard's reagent, that is alkyl magnesium halide, adds with alkyl cyanide, or in IUPAC we can say alkane nitrile, then an additional product or adduct is formed, which on hydrolysis in the presence of an acid gives corresponding ketone. Now come for an example. Let us take C3 in place of R. Then whenever methyl cyanide adds with Grignard's reagent, that is methyl magnesium chloride, then an adduct is formed, which on acidic hydrolysis gives us acetone and amino magnesium chloride. When methyl magnesium chloride adds with methyl cyanide, then an adduct or additional product is formed, which on acidic hydrolysis in the presence of an acid gives acetone. Now, how is aldehyde ketone is prepared from Geminal dihalide? First of all, come for the preparation of aldehyde. Whenever Geminal dihalide. Now the question, हमें कहाँ को Geminal dihalide कहेगा? If two halogen atoms are attached to the same carbon atom, then it is known as Geminal dihalide. सो जो जेमिनल डाइहालाइड को आम एक्वस अल्काली लाइक NaOH वा KOH सहित ट्रीट करवा से आमको गोटे डाइहाइड्रोक्सी कंपाउंड दब आम जानी पॉलीहाइड्रोक्सी अल्कोहल्स आर स्टेबल ओनली इफ द OH ग्रुप्स आर अटैच्ड टू डिफरेंट OH ग्रुप्स जेहेतु दुईटी जाक OH ग्रुप गोटे कार्बन एटम को लगे से अनस्टेबल हम आ वाटर टे लॉस करी सी aldehyde बा कीटोन टे दब when geminal dihalide is treated with aqueous NaOH or KOH then a dihydroxy compound is formed which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give corresponding aldehyde or ketone. Now, एबे हमें for aldehyde देखियो examples नबा यदि हमें terminal dihalloalkane टे नबा अर्थात 1,1 dihalloalkane टे ताको यदि aqueous KOH माइनस से ट्रीट करिबा से हमको गोटे डाइहाइड्रोक्सी कंपाउंड दब जे अनस्टेबल हम आ से वाटर मोलेक्यूल लॉस करी aldehyde देबो. In statement, we have to write down when 1,1 dihaloalkane is treated with aqueous NaOH or KOH, then a dihydroxy compound is formed, which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give corresponding aldehyde. Let us come for example. In place of R, let us take CH3, and in place of X, let us take chlorine. Then the geminal dihalide will be 1,1-dichloroethane. When treated with aqueous KOH, it will give us ethene 1,1-diol, which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give acetaldehyde or ethanol. In statement, we have to write down when 1,1-dichloroethane is treated with aqueous NaOH or KOH, then ethene 1,1-diol, that is a dihydroxy compound, is formed, which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give acetaldehyde or ethanol. Now, how is ketone prepared from geminal dihalide? Instead of terminal dihalloalkane, we have to take non-terminal dihalloalkane. Then we will get ketone. When dihalloalkane is treated with aqueous NaOH or KOH, then the halogen atoms are substituted by OH group. We will get a dihydroxy compound which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give corresponding ketone. In statement, we have to write down when non-terminal geminal dihalide is treated with aqueous KOH or NaOH, then a dihydroxy compound is formed, which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give corresponding ketone. Now, let us come for example. Take C3 in place of R and chlorine in place of X. Then we will get 2,2-dichloropropane. Whenever 2,2-dichloropropane reacts with aqueous NaOH or KOH, then the chlorine atom is substituted by OH group and we will get propane 2,2-diol, which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give acetone or propanol. In statement, we have to write down when 2,2-dichloropropane is treated with aqueous NaOH or KOH, then propane 2,2-diol, a dihydroxy compound, is formed, which is unstable and loses one water molecule to give acetone. Thanks for watching Gopal Sir's Career Point. Please like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel if you are watching it for the first time. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to get timely updation of my new video.